Have you ever felt like you're doing everything right? You're eating well, you're exercising, but that scale just refuses to cooperate long-term? Well, what if I told you the real secret to sustainable weight loss isn't just in the gym, but actually deep inside your gut? Today, we're going to explore that incredible and often missed connection. Let's dive in. Look, it's a question so many of us have asked. You stick to the diet, you're counting every calorie, you're hitting the gym, and maybe you see some results, but then the weight just seems to find its way back. It's so frustrating, right? It really feels like there's a huge piece of the puzzle missing from that old calories in, calories out model.
And that missing piece, well, it's been inside you this whole time. All this emerging science is pointing to a new frontier in how we understand weight, and its headquarters is right there in your digestive system. We're talking about your gut microbiome.
So, here's how we're going to break it all down. First, we'll tackle that weight loss enigma. Then, you'll get a proper introduction to your microbiome. After that, we'll uncover how it's connected to your metabolism, we'll talk about what helps and hurts your gut, and we'll finish with a simple action plan you can actually use. All right, let's jump right into part one, the weight loss enigma. It's time to start thinking beyond just that number on the scale and get into what's really driving things.
This quote just nails it. You see, it's not only about what you eat, but it's about how your body processes what you eat. And your gut microbiome, think of it as the master control center. It's pulling the levers on your metabolism, your hunger signals, and even telling your body where to store fat.
So let's get to know this microbiome a little better in section 2. I want you to picture a giant, bustling city, or maybe a super complex garden that's living and thriving right inside of you. It's packed with trillions of tiny residents.
And when I say trillions, I really mean it. Get this, you actually have more microbial cells in your gut than you have human cells in your entire body. It's this massive, powerful community working away in there.
So what is it exactly? Well, the gut microbiome is basically the whole community of bacteria, viruses, and fungi living in your digestive tract, and their job is absolutely critical. They help us break down our food, they create essential vitamins that our bodies can't make, and they are a huge player in keeping our immune system in check.
This chart really shows you the two sides of the story. On one side, you have a healthy, diverse gut that leads to a speedy metabolism and a balanced appetite. But on the other side, if your gut is out of whack, which is called dysbiosis, it can lead to things like chronic inflammation, insulin resistance, and yep, it can actually promote weight gain. The difference is like night and day.
Okay, so this brings us to the really cool part in section 3, the metabolism connection. Let's get into the nitty-gritty of how your gut is actually pulling the strings when it comes to your weight.
So how does this all work? Well, it pretty much all starts with fiber. When you eat things like fruits, vegetables, and whole grains, your good gut bacteria have a feast. As they break down or ferment that fiber, they produce these amazing compounds called short-chain fatty acids, or SCFAs for short. These things are like metabolic superstars. They send signals that help regulate your appetite hormones, making you feel full, and they basically tell your body to optimize how it uses energy instead of just storing it as fat. But wait, there's more. A healthy gut also makes your body way more sensitive to insulin. Now, why should you care about that? Well, better insulin sensitivity means your body gets really efficient at using sugar from your food for energy, instead of just shoving it away into fat cells for storage. It's just another crucial link between your gut and your waistline. So, if our gut is this important, we've got to ask what actually affects it. That's what we're covering in section 4. Let's look at the friends and the foes of your gut health, all the everyday things that shape your inner world.
This table lays it out perfectly. Okay, so diet is the big one. High-fiber foods are your gut's best friend, processed sugar is its enemy. Antibiotics, while obviously necessary sometimes, can be a foe because they can wipe out a ton of that microbiome diversity. And then you've got stress and a lack of sleep, major foes that can mess with your gut lining and stir up inflammation. But on the flip side, physical activity is a fantastic friend, helping to keep that microbiome diverse and strong.
And now we get to the most important part of all. Let's build your gut-healthy action plan in our final section. This is where we take all this amazing science and turn it into simple, practical steps you can start taking like today.
First things first, you gotta feed your gut what it loves. It's helpful to think in two categories here. You've got probiotics. These are the good guys themselves, found in foods like yogurt, kefir, and kimchi. They're like sending in reinforcements for your gut's army.
Then you've got prebiotics. This is basically the fiber from fruits and veggies that acts as the food for those soldiers, keeping them healthy and strong.
But as you can see here, it is not just about the food. A truly gut-healthy plan has to be holistic. Diet is a huge piece of the puzzle for sure, but things like managing your stress, getting enough sleep, and regular exercise, they are all just as critical for keeping your inner ecosystem balanced and happy.
And the science on this is getting so cool and so specific. Researchers are actually starting to identify what you might call hero bacteria, like these two here, Akkermansia and Bifidobacterium, which are consistently found in higher numbers in leaner people. And guess what helps these little heroes thrive? All the lifestyle choices we've been talking about.
The research is also backing up some of the tools we can use. Clinical trials have actually shown that taking certain probiotic supplements can lead to modest but statistically significant drops in both body weight and fat. So that just confirms that actively supporting your gut can have a real, measurable effect.
So as we wrap up, let's circle back to this fundamental idea. Focusing on your gut health, it's not just another diet hack. It's a really deep, fundamental shift towards supporting your entire body. And sustainable weight management, that's just one of the amazing benefits.
Which really leaves us with one last powerful question to think about. The science is making it crystal clear that our internal world has this profound impact on our external health. So the question is, by changing your gut, could you truly fundamentally change your life?